number 49 Porsche Cayman, and the pole-sitting Lambo is there as well. And actually we have two Lambos, and another one is at the back of the grid, just arriving. Egidius Gelunas is driving that car, and I can assure you that...
All right, guys, welcome back to the start grid of the STATETA Pro Bro Grand Prix 2026 in BaTCC racetrack in Riga, Latvia, and we're about to begin race number 1 for the Baltic GT cars, and boy, oh boy, it's gonna be fast and loud. Let's head on straight to the pole position owner, and that is none other than Artūrs Batraks in his Flash Racing Lamborghini. Artūrs has quite some weird memories from round number 1 and a complete disaster, sorry to say that, but it's a new day, a new race, and hopefully you've done your homework and you're ready to rock and roll.
Of course, now it's more training and prepared for race. That first round was my fault. Without training it was not so good.
That's good to hear. Now, how do you feel in slippery conditions like this with all the horsepower you have in your Lamborghini?
For me it's better wet race than dry. Yeah, I'm faster on wet.
All right, we're about to test that.
Yeah.
All right, and obviously it's going to be a long day for you as well, because you also have to race in the 2-hour endurance race. But I think for racing drivers, it's like that. The more seat time you get, the best it is.
Yep, of course, more driving, then you get more experience and a lighter car, you feel it.
All right, best of luck to you out there in the racetrack. Thank you, Artūrs, and Flash Racing, of course, doing a fantastic job. Now, position number 2, it's Martin Schluchstins. We did not actually start in round 1 of the season, but we'll have a chat with Martin. We say Walter Zviedris is here as well, the legend himself, obviously walking through the situation. Martin, welcome to the start grid. I think you could be happy to be in row 1. I think it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
Interesting?
Yeah.
How is it interesting?
Well, nobody is ahead of you.
Okay, but what's it gonna be in the race now? Slippery conditions, does that change any mindset for you or anything?
It's sure. All time, and you have some.
Okay, so you have to actually focus on what's going on, not only in your mirrors, but also with the car.
Yeah, sure.
It's gonna be a challenge, but I think racing drivers are all about challenges, right?
I agree.
Okay, good luck. Thank you. We'll see you in the racetrack now. Row 2, Audrys Piktis, the Baltic GTM Plus second place, I think it is, after round 1. We'll have a chat with Audrijus. Labā diena, brāļukas, viskas gerai?
Fantastiškai.
Labai gerai.
Labai gerai.
Oh, super. It's fantastic to see good atmosphere in the paddocks and, of course, on the start grid. What's your expectations from today?
Yeah, just press special button,
Oh.
take over Lambo and go first, you know.
Okay, we'll see that. But obviously, good luck. We're happy to see you guys on the start grid. It's a fantastic event.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. All right, Audrijus. Funny as usual. And of course, the Baltic GTM first place owner, Paulius Urbanavičius, after round 1. Paulius with his absolutely fantastic car. One of my favorite cars, honestly.
Thanks for appreciation. Ready for race. Yeah, I was hoping to be wet race, but after the first lap seems that it's gonna be halfway through dry. So we were considering changing tires, but everyone is on the wet, so we will not risk and stay with the same strategy.
So this is going to be an interesting one to watch for sure.
For sure, yes.
All right, best of luck to you.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right, that's about it of the grid walk, and let's see what happens. Make sure you stay tuned wherever you're watching. The STATETA Pro Bro Grand Prix 2026 is underway, full throttle, as I like to say, and you can clearly see that the ideal line is definitely drying out really quickly. So fingers crossed it stays like this and there's no more rain coming, so more spectators can join us here in BaTCC racetrack in Riga, Latvia.
So yes, all 10 cars in one picture. You can see all feel in the Baltic GTs. We have 3 subclasses here. Baltic GT Pro. Artūrs Batraks was the fastest in that class. Then GTM Plus. Martin Schluchstins Porsche Cayman is from that class. And then finally we have GTM, which are a little bit lower spec and Paulius Urbanavicius was the fastest in that class. And of course we have some TCR cars as well, which are four-wheel drive, and they may have quite a big advantage here in these conditions when the track starts to dry. I'm not sure if anybody is going to change their tires during this 20-minute race. But this car, number 47, it's absolute legends. Jyrki Jõnkari, multiple time Baltic champion in his BMW, is on the track again. He didn't set the time in qualification, but starting from the last position on the grid. The fact itself that he's here, it's worth the mention. And another Lamborghini, both Lamborghini Huracans, but they are not the same because Artūrs Patraks is driving Lamborghini Huracan GT3. It has more or less 500 horsepower. Meanwhile, Vigus Gelunas in this number 15 Lamborghini. His car is Lamborghini Super Trofeo Evo, which has 620 horsepower. Much more powerful, but on the other side, this Lamborghini, the STATETA one make series Lamborghinis, has much less aero, so it's not that dependent. I'm not sure which car will be faster, but as you heard, Patraks has now proper practice behind himself, and like round one, he likes to drive on the wet, or I think it's not correct to say that the track is wet. It is wet in some parts, in some sections, but it's more like damp and drying quite quickly if we don't have more rain. Some clouds are still circulating in the sky, so you can't be sure, but the drier line is emerging. So before the bridge, you can clearly see even over the bridge. And GTs will have a race duration of 20 minutes, and they also will have a rolling start. Talking about championship situations, GTM championship leader is Paulius Urbanavicius, who took 2 victories in his class in round 1. Then in BGT Plus, Robert Racing won both races. Actually, he won a race to Uber as well. The second car, which Martin is driving today. Racing is actually present here at Pikerneki, but not driving, just coaching team boss, so he's not driving, and probably is going to lose his leading positions to Autos Pictis. And then Vigus Gelunas is the leader in BGT Pro because he was the only driver who managed to finish the race during round 1. And now everything is ready for the rolling start. Cars are running through the final turn onto the main straight, and Artūrs Patraks on your left, Martins Lukšiņš on your right, and expect Patraks take the lead. And is it I think it is Harri Horda who already entered the pits. safely through first turns. Jürgen Kari already very sideways here. I think he's not going to race for the victory here, just trying to get some points. Anyway, Gelunos has made good progress. He is now 4th already, behind BaTCC and two Porsche Caymans. And there we go. Looks this is actually under attack, or at least under pressure from this. That BaTCC simply goes his way, and
I think
not only because of his car, because basically Gelunos should have maybe even faster car.
yeah, I was also surprised about Gelunos' qualifying time. I wonder if there was something wrong with the car or just bad luck, but nevertheless Gelunos is making up time, and obviously we would expect the fight for top spot and the top position between the two Lamborghinis, but we'll have to wait a little bit before that happens. And also, I don't think it's going to be an easy task and a walk in the park to actually pass both of the Porsches. So let's just focus on that and see how the manages it. You can see actually most of the drivers cooling down their tires, as we actually spoke with them at the start grid, and then actually you see BaTCC is taking the wet line for that reason, because the wet tires heat up so quickly on dry tarmac. So that's smart driving and good thinking.
Yes, for sure. So BaTCC in front of Lutfish and Piktis, and Lukonovicius having gained, Gelunos having gained how many positions? He's now in 4th, started from 7th, so +3 already, and he's closing in to Piktis. So I expect him to overtake his countryman in the near future. And Lukonovicius has shaken off all the rivals behind him as well, so field is spread out already. But expect now, yeah, Gelunos is on the rear wing, Piktis already, and the question is where is the place he will make his car count. But he must be very, very careful. First round last year, it's very easy to lose that car, especially when the track is slippery. And Gelunos is certainly on the side of caution right now. Lutfish, meanwhile, has put some air between him and this. 72. But I think he will be safe until Gelunos stays behind Piktis. Sorry for that timing screen once again. Top 3 are actually what they are on the track as well. Now top 4, that should be a proper correct order. And 4-second gap after just 2 laps, it's showing what real speed BaTCC has. And Gelunos has done nothing about Piktis. They're still running. I even can't say that they are running together, because Gelunos is very, very cautious going over the breach.
Yeah, that's what I said. The cars might be from 2 different groups, but in wet conditions, sometimes it's not that crucial. So this is the reason why Gelūnas will have to push much harder to manage it. And right now it's good news for Artūrs Batraks, of course. Setting the fastest time so far. Something tells me that if Gelūnas gets his pace back where it's supposed to be, he's going to challenge that, because of course to start race 2 from pole position is an advantage as it is already. So
Oh, we have a track map on the right side.
oh, it's wonderful. Thank you so much, TV crew.
Yeah, that's cool.
This is great.
This is absolutely great. Expect the cars are disappearing
only they
somewhere.
disappear at the start line, which
Yeah,
is
okay.
a glitch, but okay, we'll
Nice
sort
try
it out.
anyway.
We'll sort it out. So far, so
But
good.
here we can see that, yeah, Gelūnas is not being able to keep the pace of BaTCC. Quite the opposite. I think Urbanavičius has been a little bit faster than him last time around. Okay, their lap times were almost exactly the same. But from P2 down to P5, it's still very much open, and BaTCC is closing in to Lukstinš. That's also sure. Their gap was 1.2 seconds on the line, but I'm sure that it is much closer now. There we go. So Batrax has already completed lap 4.
And the gap is
Huge.
miles.
And what is happening here? What is happening here? Urbanavičius has really caught Gelūnas, and Gelūnas, of course, on the main straight, he simply puts pedal on the metal and accelerates away from Urbanavičius. But through the twisty stuff, Urbanavičius clearly is faster than Gelūnas in front of him.
It makes me wonder now, the qualifying time of Gidius Gelūnas was, well, it wasn't really bad, but to be 10 seconds from Artūrs Batraks, that's a lot. So I'm wondering if there is something not really working properly with the Lamborghini or the Joukowski's Racing team this weekend. I'm speculating. I'm not saying it is, but obviously from previous races we've seen some better pace out there.
He should actually overtake that Porsche in front of him, left, right, or middle.
Exactly.
Now he's coming through the Motor Museum onto the main straight. There is the best opportunity for him.
Well, let's see. Maybe he's just preparing. Let's not forget, it's still
Not just few car lengths between them.
yeah.
Lamborghini should be in the front after this straight.
Straight. Yeah, exactly.
Now let's see. But it's not going to be.
Well, he's showing his lights for sure.
Yeah, but BaTCC has no need to let him pass.
Exactly. So that's good news for Flash Racing, the Latvian team, and Artūrs Batraks, of course, leading by more than 10 seconds right now. And it's 10 minutes left, so we're halfway through the race 1 for Baltic GT category. Of course, most of them we will also see in the 2-hour endurance race, which is good news, as we already spoke earlier. 25 teams in the 2-hour endurance race this afternoon, starting I think at 6 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, Thomas.
Yes, 6 o'clock, the start.
Yeah, so it's gonna be amazing. Make sure you are watching, and we will definitely be broadcasting all the racing action, as well as all the interviews from the paddocks in the driver changes. So it's gonna be really, really interesting to watch. But let's now focus on the sprint racing.
No changes here.
Yeah, unfortunately, or for the drivers, I have to say, well, at least I know that Matic Lukstinš for sure is happy.
Oh,
and car number
Rokas Kvedaras is
95.
standing after turn 3.
The Baltic GTM category driver, a technical issue.
Yes, seemingly something to do with the car.
So as I was saying, Martin Luxin, for sure, he's happy right now to be in a good pace.
There is yellow flag, you can't overtake here.
Yeah, and as we know, Martin did not race the round number 1 in this season.
And now they are all bunched up for maybe not for third, but even for second. Luxtins is going to have a hard time for the last 9 minutes. Kelunas was its car is moving. Number 95 Volkswagen is moving, so Kvedaras is not standing there anymore.
This is the old joke. Have you tried to switch it off and on again?
Yeah, it's not only with computers, it's
Exactly.
with cars as well.
Exactly.
With the computerized cars,
Yes.
I should say. So this is P2, where he started from. But it's becoming increasingly difficult for him because now this is putting pressure on him. And then there is Kelunas just waiting his moment.
And I think it's fair to say that this is about the time the tires are also heating up massively in the dry line. And let's not forget, they are now racing, all of the drivers are racing wet tires on dry tarmac. So
not exactly dry, but here in turn 1 you can see there is certainly dry patches of asphalt here.
now Kelunas is running out of time. He has to think quick and find just the right opportunity, the right spot to overtake. Meanwhile, Arturs Batrax is, I think he's going faster and faster with each lap. 1 minute and 23.2, which is faster than he did in qualifying run.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe because we actually can't be 100% sure that the
But,
timing is right.
Yeah, that's one thing, but the track was definitely much more wet in the morning.
Yeah.
It was really almost flooded, so that makes some sense that he's faster than in qualifying.
True.
Now let's see, Kelunas is all over pick this once again. That gives some breathing space to Luxtins, which is certainly very thankful. But Kelunas' challenge is mainly on the straights only. Through the twistier sections he's very careful, and Urbanovicius once again caught him in the final turns, but here on the main straight Kelunas pushes the pedal to the floor, and here is the solution.
Ay.
So it's Pictis who went straight into turn 2 and lost 2 positions. Can he restart his car?
But this is exactly what Kelunas was waiting for.
Yes. And now Kelunas can start to attack Luxtins, and it's the worst nightmare for Luxtins. Although they are from different classes.
Yes, of course.
But finishing the race second overall is and beating Lambo Super Trofeo. Of course, it's you can be proud of it, even if it gives you nothing in the results.
True.
Now you can see whose car is faster. I don't doubt that Kelunas. He's already in front of Luxtins, so Luxtins didn't put any resistance whatsoever, but he must be now very careful because Urbanovicius is also there. But again, they are from different classes. Urbanovicius from lower class EGTM. But those cars are more or less equal, because that Lamborghini is totally from the other world.
Definitely.
Now let's see. With 5 minutes remaining, these both cars are leaders in their respective classes. one thing, but of course, if you have an opportunity to jump the faster car, Urbanovic will do it. Now looks this at not so good exit over the bridge. But Urbanovic thought better of it into the hospital turn, and here it is trying out as well. Maybe not so much on the straight, but through the turn, certainly some patches. And Luxtins is also very careful now. Their speed in turns is so low. Just you can, if you have ever driven on worn wet weather tires on drying asphalt, you know how uncomfortable that feeling is. It's terrible.
It's terrible. There's a lot of understeer as well going
Understeer
into the
and
turns.
oversteer
And oversteer at the same
whatever.
time.
Yeah, yes,
Exactly.
So your car is becoming more or less unpredictable. The only predictable thing is that you must drive as careful as you can. And often in these conditions, it's a better idea to just let your rival go, not to try to resist him or her for any price.
But so far, looks in a good pace. He's done an incredible job race 1. So I think he has no reason whatsoever to let.
No, and I think Urbanovic is not going to put any risk into this move.
Yeah.
Because he has nothing to win with it. Whole thing is to be the winner in his class. He was it twice during round 1 and certainly wants to repeat it this time. And yes, he won twice, and Rokas Kedaras who I think has retired. I'm not sure, but he had some huge problems with his number 35 Volkswagen.
I think he retired at least.
Yeah, he is shown to be in the pits. And Jyrki Jönkäri as well, and Harri Hordo, who we saw him leaving the track after warm-up, who he didn't took the start even. So 2 minutes remaining, very empty track, and then Lamborghini of Egidus Kelunas closing in, and two Porsches, but Porsche Martin Smitkic and Paulis Urbanavicius behind him, and again over the bridge, Urbanavicius closes in, but not going to try to overtake Luxtins into the hospital. And it's probably a very sensible tactics.
Yes, of course.
Now everybody's just trying to survive.
With less than 2 laps remaining, of course, they also have another race coming up. So we'll see about the start grid. That's going to be an interesting topic, the start grid of race number 2. When we find out what's it going to be.
Looking at the timing screen, it should be 2 Lamborghinis in the front, but Kelunas has been just faster than Urbanavicius and Luxtins. So with 1 lap remaining, you never know what happens.
That is true. All right, I will be running down the Park Fermé to catch up with the drivers after race 1 in the Baltic GT category.
And so we are probably on the final lap because just 25 seconds are remaining. I have no clue where. Yes, Arturs Patraks is on his final lap already, as are these cars. Patraks will take an overwhelming victory, and Egidus Kelunas will take second, according which is, of course, according to this cut, he should be second in this race, and then Martin Luxtins again as a winner in BGT Plus, BGT M Plus. currently third overall in front of Paulius Urbanavicius, the leader in BGTM. Looks like it's exactly the order they will finish in. They are closing in to Kelunas on the final lap, just a few meters more. Checkered flag is out. And here they go. The order didn't change, but the gaps were non-existing. And looking at the lap times, yes, Kelunas' fastest lap time was better and stayed better than Lukstin's and Urbanavicius. Meanwhile, Arturs Patrax set the fastest lap time of 1:23.2. For comparison, Kelunas 1:27.0. So for the race 2, Patrax and Kelunas will stand in row 1, and Urbanavicius and Lukstin's just in this order. Urbanavicius in 3rd and Lukstin's in 4th will fill row 2 in the 2nd start. Now Audrius Pictis has also finished the race, as is Vidas Somolois, though they took 5th and 6th, with Aivaras Jamaica in 7th, and unfortunately it's all the cars, 7 out of 10, which were able to complete this race. And yes, that's it. Now Oscars should be somewhere near the Parc Fermé already, and here we go for the
Okay guys, here we are in the Parc Fermé of the Baltic GT category. Arturs Patrax, the winner of race 1. Man, that was some good racing. Listen, doesn't it get really boring in the front when there's no one fighting you?
Yeah, this time was very boring.
Aww.
So, but race was good. It was in start it was wet, but very fast was drying the track, and I was cooling the tires to not hit him.
Yeah, well done. Obviously now it's gonna be all about race number 2, and that's gonna be some fighting there, I'm sure.
Of course, I hope so. So it will be dry and it will be very interesting.
Okay, Arturs, congratulations once
Thank
again.
you.
Thank you. All right, let's go and chat with Gidius Galunas. Obviously, 2nd place. Ramon Shapkov is also with us here. Fantastic. Gidius, let's wait for him to jump out of the Lamborghini. And we'll have some information or some explanation of why he was so slow in the qualifying, but then came back stronger as ever, and obviously clinching 2nd place. And we will see, of course, him racing in race number 2 and fighting with Arturs Patrax, hopefully. So we're just waiting for Gidius to take out his helmet. Obviously, we want to hear and loud and clear. Gidius, congratulations on 2nd position. Obviously, now first things first, talk us through the qualifying. It was wet and terrible.
For me, with this car was 5 minutes only on the wet, and I don't know what I need to driving, and was only 5 minutes, and were I need more
Yes.
training in wet conditions.
What about the race now? We saw you getting faster and faster with each lap.
Yeah, easy. This is training, and faster, yes.
And now race 2 is going to be in dry conditions. Now you and Arturs will have a show.
Yeah, and I think Arturs is very good driver, but I pushing the Arturs.
Super, Egidius. Thank you. Ačiū. So that is the roundup of the race number 1. Before we head on to the part of MMA, I definitely want to talk to Manic Lukstiņš. Now he's chatting with the team already. Manic, congratulations. That was some good racing by you and also defending the positions for so long and obviously winning in your category. That must be a good feeling.
Very good, yeah. Thank you.
How was it out there? How slippery the conditions were?
So in the middle of the section, the tires running out and it's getting more and more slippery.
Yeah.
But okay, I figured it out, and it's quite challenging to keep this yellow guy behind me.
Okay. All right. Well done. Thank you very much. So yeah, of course he's referring to the Ginetta. And obviously referring to Paulis Urbanavičius, who had actually quite a good run. And we'll see them all back in the race number 2 fighting it out. But meanwhile, we, of course, when I say we, not you guys in the couches at home, but me and the camera guy, we're going to be running now towards the start grid for, I have to say, one of my favorite categories for sure, because there's BMWs involved in that. So, of course, I'm talking about the BMW 325 Cup. I think there's around 20 cars on the start grid. We'll check it out, but that's going to be a huge, huge race. So let's go out there and see what the drivers have to say before the start of race 1.